This is the Pennsylvania Rock Show, where Pennsylvania's underground rock hits hard. Since 2004, we've been unleashing unsigned bands, ripping riffs, and voices that won't be silenced. Radio, podcast, streaming, anytime, anywhere. No polish, no limits, just real rock. Strap in and turn it up. And now, here's your host, Bill Damiano.
What's up, everyone? You are tuned in to the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 835. We are going to head outside the borders of Pennsylvania for this evening's show, and we're going to talk with CJ from Sin on 6, who does kind of have a Pittsburgh link because his record label is DI Records, which started in Pittsburgh and is now in Denver. And I made their website, so there's another link.
Right.
So let's start off. Where did the name come from?
I get asked that a lot. I was in the band, or let me go back a little bit. Before I was in the band, they already had the name. So it stands for, you can sin 6 days of the week, and then on the seventh day, you can get saved. That's the way they put it.
Okay.
So the band's been around roughly about 8 years-ish. They really didn't have any tractions. They were going through members. And then when I came on board, we sort of kind of solidified stuff a little bit more. And we just didn't change the name, didn't want to, and just stayed with it after that. So,
how long have you been in the band?
Since 2019. So 7 years now. Yep. Yeah.
So a pretty long run.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know that there are at least 2 albums.
There is 3 EPs, and then we have one of them on vinyl.
Okay.
That we got made. So we are currently in the process of writing more music. We just we had a show this past Saturday, and we were able to introduce a new song on Saturday, which went over great. We have an annual luau show that we do, and everybody just loved it. It went over great, and we ended up getting a new vocalist back late last year, and so this was his first song that he was able to write with us, and and it went over really, 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 really well. I'm not to give out the title of the song or anything. You guys will all have to wait for that to come out. But yeah, that's it.
I tell you what, let's jump over to your website since you were mentioning shows. So this right after the vocalist joined, I think, is when you contacted me, correct?
A little bit after, yep.
A little bit after.
So those we did a show March 20th, which was Tim's first show with us. So
you gave me a mock-up, and I think I came pretty close.
you nailed it pretty dang well. So
thank you. So tell us a little bit about the show that you just had, the Luau, since it's an annual show.
It is. It's turned out to be an annual thing. It started 3 years ago. We just wanted to do it for just because at a place called Moe's Barbecue down here in Colorado. They host small national bands every once in a while. They had Otherwise come through. They've done I'm trying to think of another one, but they've had small national bands go through there. I'm roughly about 10-15 minutes away from there, so they're like a hometown venue for us, and we have pretty good pull in there. And last year, after we did it last year, the talent buyer immediately reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we already want to get you on the books for 2026." So, and we're already booked out for next year on there. We're currently working on a date. Probably we're either thinking the end of July, beginning of August. It just depends on my guys. So, but yeah, it's just fun. We try to change up the bands.
Who played with you this last show?
We had Less Than Perfect, which is a great band. They're hard rock-ish. It's a father-daughter band. Killer voice. I mean, she's amazing. And then I'm friends with the other band that was on there with us, Let Them Burn, and then Blood of Lilith. All those girls in Blood of Lilith are amazing. Lisa and Amber and their bass player Jessica. I mean, all of them killer. They've been around as long as us. Let Them Burn. They have veterans in that band that have been in the scene for years. It was just a super fun night, and different genres. So it's just kind of nice to mix it up, and it makes it interesting to see who we get in there.
So your next show is on the homepage. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yep. So August 16th, down in Colorado Springs, which is roughly about an hour and a half away from us, down south, at a place called Sunshine Studios, which is one of our favorite venues to play here. It's owned by a family where, drawing a blank, the bass player is in a national touring band, and they have a lot of nationals in there, and Texas Hippie Coalition happens to be one of them. They get like Powerman 5000 in there, Struggle Jennings. If you just click on Sunshine Studios Live, you can just go through and see everybody they get in there. Scott Wilson records out of there, which is Christina's fiance. And they just get a ton of great talent in there, and they treat all the artists down there great. We love playing with Texas Hippie Coalition. We have played with them so many times. I know Joey pretty good, who's the drummer of Texas Hippie Coalition. He's from Colorado here. They're a super fun band. I mean, you talk about getting sweaty and having fun. It's with those guys right there. So
they come through Pittsburgh fairly often. They usually play at Jurgles with Dresky Entertainment. And those of you that are watching for the first time, if you stick around at the end, you're going to see me give away some tickets from Dresky that happen to be at Jurgles. And Ugly Kid Joe is the headliner. So
oh, wow.
Stick around for that. And also, you can go to musicfromthe412.com/contests and enter for a chance to win 2 tickets to select Dresky Entertainment shows. There, we'll do an ad in the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to play 2 of your songs here in our break. But like the terrible DJ I am, I forgot to mention the 2 songs we heard at the beginning of the show. We heard a brand new song from Dematis called Deathbed, and that was followed up by Post Traumatic and their song Good Good Things. And then we're going to, in this next break, we're going to hear Play Dead and Broken by Sin on 6. And I'm going to give CJ a chance to tell us a little bit about one or both of those.
Perfect. So Play Dead. It's funny how that song came around. Both are from our previous singer. And with Play Dead, our vocalist at the time had these lyrics, and Ray or RJ, however you knew him, wasn't musically inclined, but he could write like nobody else. So trying to get lyrics and music to come together was a little bit of a struggle sometimes. And these just came together one time, and it landed perfectly. And if you read into the lyrics, it's all about relationship challenges, which a lot of us have, and especially that guy sometimes. So, one of the lyrics is, if you want to stay dead, go ahead and play dead. And that hits a lot of people. So that would be the best on that. And then Broken, the bass player Pete and I, it's when we connect on that song, it's absolutely amazing. And it was the first time I sat there and I looked over at Pete, and watching this intro he does, everybody's like, "Where's your keyboard player?" Pete has it on his pedal, and it has nothing to do with keyboards. It's just something he does on his bass. And Pete is a beast of a bass player. Everybody that comes to a show wants to know how Pete's doing what he's doing, and you just look at him and you're like, I have no clue what he's doing, but his sound is amazing, and he does it very, very, very well. So
very cool. Hey, so we're going to take a moment. We're going to hear Broken and Play Dead in the opposite order of what I just said. And those are both off of the Broken EP.
Yes.
And we'll be right back. We're back. You are tuned into the Pennsylvania Rock Show. You are currently looking at my desktop and my phone for some reason. Let me get that out of there. That is a Mono P1 audio interface. Check those out. Go to Mono, spelled MAONO.com/build a scene for a discount. And I'm wearing a new hat that they sent me a little while ago. There's another ad for you. And the microphone that I'm using that you can see down here in the corner with me, also Mono, that's a PD200W. It is wireless, USB, or XLR. I'm running it XLR, and we're going to go ahead and head back into the interview with CJ from Sin on 6. Had to get some sponsorship information out there. So again, we just heard Play Dead and Broken by Sin on 6 out of the Denver, Colorado area. I'm assuming you're not like dead center Denver.
Oh no, I'm just a little south there, a little southwest in Englewood. So,
okay. So we have a DJ on Music from the 412 has a show called John Ballistic's Underground Jukebox, and he is in Denver.
Oh, nice.
So I will mention that you guys are out in that area, and he definitely has your music because we share music back and forth. We'll see if he might show up at a show or something.
Perfect.
He may have already, for all I know.
That'd be awesome.
So now I'm going to hit you with some of my more, I call them build the scene questions or odd questions. So I'm going to hit you with the official and unofficial build the scene question first, and then we'll move on from there. The official one is, who's your Dave Grohl? In other words, who do you want to go up on stage with and perform one of their original songs?
Oh my God. I am all over the place. If I could go up on stage with somebody, I'm not the greatest drummer in the world. Everybody would tell you different, but it would probably be Pantera. And probably, I mean, Pantera is amazing. Even right now, as they carry the legacy around with them, Charlie's doing an excellent job you know. So Zach, I mean, whoever wants to say different, you know, you can come find me. You know, I'm not hard to find. Yeah, that would be one. Uh, then the other is the exact opposite direction. Um, there's a band called LP, and it's not Linkin Park. Um, they're gonna throw you down a rabbit hole. You would have to look them up. Um, it's definitely the opposite direction, but it would be
Okay.
them. I could probably be added as a percussionist somewhere, but yeah.
Hey, so the unofficial question: what is the best pizza you've had because you're a musician?
Oh my god! So out here we have a place called Bojo's Pizza, um, and I mean you should Google it. I mean throw it up there, do whatever. It's called a Rocky Mountain Pie, where the crust is super big, and they give you honey to pour over it after you're done eating the rest of it. It's absolutely amazing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Any venue that you play at where you when you're done you end up there?
No, no,
Just
no. Unfortunately, not. I wish. I wish.
um. So this one is going to be a stretch, but you head out on your first national tour, or
Okay.
and for some reason you hire me. This is the stretch part. You hire me to drive your bus.
Okay.
What music are we going to listen to in between tour stops?
So between me and my three other members, we are very eclectic. Like Tim's favorite musician is Elton John. Um, I am all over the place. Um, my bass player and guitar player, um, they listen to everything as well, but they're very proggy as well. So, I mean, we could literally be listening to everything from Elton John to Yes to Rush. I'm actually flying to Cleveland to go see Rush in September. Um, to Hatebreed to Pantera to um, actually like Jelly Roll. You know, I probably shouldn't say that a lot. Some
You're
people do, some people don't. Um, Van Halen, uh, The Sword. I love Atreyu and Seven Dust. I mean, we're literally all over the place. So we would be listening to just about everything.
I would I'm good with that list. Even
But what
Elton
about
John.
you? I mean, what would we be listening to? Because you would be the dude driving the bus.
So if we're talking national bands, a lot of like rock and southern rock, some metal, like older stuff from like Kiss and Aerosmith, and
Okay.
um, maybe this little bit of the Rolling Stones. But really, what I mostly listen to the locals. Um,
Okay.
so bands like you're going to hear on the show tonight, like Post Traumatic, Demetis, you guys, the Snowbirds, Ingo Swan, Gonto. Those are all coming up, by the way. Um,
Oh, nice.
um, I really like people will be talking about new music. I'm like, what band is that? Because I really don't listen to it anymore.
Right.
Um, I've gone head on into the local scene, and I get so much new music because of the different shows I do. That's really what I listen to.
That's amazing.
So let me ask you another question. So you're leaving one of those shows that I drove you to, and there's a
Okay.
DeLorean sitting out there with its door up in the air and a flux
Okay.
capacitor in the back. So you can
Okay.
take it and come back to the exact same time, so nobody knows that you borrowed it.
Okay.
And like Marty, you can go back in time and play with another band. He played with Chuck Berry's cousin Marvin. Who would you
Yep.
want to go back in time and play with?
Holy smokes. Wow. Um, who? Probably Led Zeppelin. and that would probably throw some people off because I didn't really start appreciating Led Zeppelin until about 10 years ago. But to be able and not really play, I think I would want to be behind John Bonham just to watch his feet work because that dude looked like I don't know what he was doing with his feet. I don't think anybody did. I think they make it up. I mean, they're like, we know we have the Bonham triplets, but what was he really doing? Like, I mean, I would love to see what John was doing with his feet. Um, After that, I would probably want to go be a fly in the room with Buddy Rich, being an arrogant prick that he was. Um, I'd probably want to go see how he conducted himself, um, getting the band to rehearse, because that guy was the reason so many people got into um, jazz and the fundamentals of playing. And I mean, Neil Peart, I mean, went back to learn jazz because of Buddy Rich. So, I mean, that says a ton about that guy. So,
So we have about a minute left in this segment.
okay.
Real quick, when we come back, I'm gonna ask you, tell me about an embarrassing moment on stage, and you don't even have to pick yourself. You can pick somebody else in the band. But I
Oh,
want to give you that heads up. In this break, we're going to hear from I'm gonna spell this because I don't really know how they do it. It's AITA, which stands for Am I the I don't know if that's how they say it. We're going with AITA. Brand new song from them called Capitan Jerry's Night Out. They are a get out of town band, so they're not from the western Pennsylvania area. Then we're going to follow that up with Push It Out by the Snowbirds, and we will be right back with CJ. It's Bill. We're coming back to segment number 3 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 835. With me is CJ Power of Sin on 6. And I warned him ahead of time that we were going to find out about an embarrassing moment. We'll get that in 1 second. I just want to mention again AITA and their song Capitan Jerry's Night Out and Push It Out by the Snowbirds. And now, go ahead and tell me about some embarrassing moments.
Okay. So, I have 2. I'll make them quick, though. The first one was back. I was in a band called the Autumn Effect, and we were playing at the Adams County Fair. And it was us, a few other locals, and a few other national bands. One of the national bands had requested a custom motorcycle be driven on the side of the stage so they could ride it out. The guy bringing the motorcycle to the band dumped a $25,000 motorcycle on the side of the stage. I have never seen somebody so disappointed in my entire life than this person. That was, I mean,
how bad?
It was. I mean, he was still able to write it out on stage, but the bike was supposed to be like part of the stage propped. It did not remain out on the side of this. I mean, it was bad.
Was there a lot of damage?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. Then the other one, we were playing at the Roxy, and I forgot my hi-hat stand. So, luckily enough, the drummer from Death Ride let me use his hi-hat stand because it's not normally something that you would ask to borrow, especially as a drummer. You forget certain things, but not your hi-hat stand. You know, you forget, sometimes you forget your stick bag because it's little. You don't want to, but your pedals, your hi-hat stand, you don't forget that. But in a mad dash, because we were running a little late, I forgot my hi-hat stand. Normally we do an idiot check when we leave the practice space. Well, this idiot did not do an idiot check well enough. So I forgot my hi-hat stand.
So this question, sometimes I reword because people aren't all that excited about how I word it. But if you're standing at the crossroads that Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil at,
Yep.
why are you standing there?
Because I'm waiting for someone else to play my part so I can, barely know how to play. No, I don't know. Because Steve Vai's a better guitar player than you are.
Was that Crossroad, the movie Crossroads, right?
Is that the movie Crossroads? I think
so.
You talking about the movie Crossroads?
Well, so Robert Johnson was a blues guitarist, and the legend is that he was terrible, and he disappeared for about a year, sold his soul to the devil, became the best guitar player, and came back. But the movie Crossroads fits too. I think Ralph Macchio was in that, right?
Yeah, Ralph Macchio. Yeah. I think he probably got humbled. Figured out that he wasn't as great as he was, and needed to go home and take a lot of lessons to take on, being able to play with the other people in the scene, or just being able to play. So, blues is a very you feel what you're playing. I mean, you feel music in general, but blues, you're literally putting your soul into it. So if you can't figure how to convey that, maybe that's why he was at the crossroads, because he didn't know how to convey it. And a lot of times, blues, you're not happy when you have the blues, because if you're happy and you have the blues, well, you did the wrong drugs. So maybe that's what he went to go do, is to find, figure out how to play the blues. Maybe that's why you're at the crossroads.
So, is there? We're down to about 4 minutes, and I know I've asked some off the wall questions. Is there anything we haven't covered that you want to get in?
How does everybody feel about AI in their music?
Ooh.
It's out there. My thought about it is, you're not gonna escape it. I don't feel like you should be able and be rewarded for, you say, I tripped over a rock and now I'm gonna write a song about it, or not even write a song. You just type in, I tripped over a rock, and all of a sudden you have a song, and it sounds horrible. Well, to people that know how to play and write, and somehow make some type of any type of reward off of it, besides like maybe a personal reward, but you're out there sharing it. Or are you a musician that knows how to use it as a tool, and not as a crutch type of thing? I mean, there's a few different avenues there. That's where I feel that we're at. I've seen a couple things where people are like, hey, I wrote this song, but all I had was like 3 words, and I let whatever program do the rest of it, or I put in my riff. I didn't have lyrics, and it wrote the lyrics, but the riff is all mine. Or the exact opposite. I had all these great lyrics. I told it the genre, and it helped me write this thing. So I don't know. I think it's a sketchy step to go down.
Yeah, so my show notes for each episode, I type it out and then I run it through Chat GPT, and
Yep.
then I edit that. So I do use AI a little bit, which
Right.
drives
Everybody does.
my daughter nuts. She's looking at me right now over there.
Even at the company I work for, we're limited on the AI we're allowed to use. Like, we're only allowed to use Copilot, and we're only allowed to use it for like spell check and to help us make sure that our writing is proper before we send it off. We're not allowed to use it for any type of imaging or anything like that. But for other people, I mean, who knows? I mean, in the music industry, I mean, I know there's people are trying to sue Suno and whoever the other ones are.
Right, because as you put more and more into AI, it starts being pumped back out to other people's answers. So,
right. And I think it dilutes the productivity of people and the imagination of people, and takes away from the actual artist trying to put stuff out there.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask a controversial question. Okay. What are your thoughts on tribute bands?
I can go either way. So when you, like for me, I just spent $700 per ticket for me, my wife, and my sister-in-law. That doesn't include airfare or whatever to go see Rush in Cleveland. And it's because they're really good seats. But you can go out here. We have a couple really good Rush tribute bands where you pay $20.
So here in Pittsburgh, we kind of have an issue where,
but there's a lot more tribute bands than original bands.
Correct, and because of that, there are a lot less original shows.
Right, and a lot of times, a lot of the original music starts all sounding the same. They want to go one way, like they're super like chords at the end of their name. Opposed to like we get called divorced dad rock. I'm fine.
That's a great genre name.
Right. So, but it's sometimes it's hard being an original band. If you don't market yourself, if people can't understand what you're saying, if you don't want to make it so people can understand what you're singing in the first place, it's going to be hard. If you decide to unfortunately, some of our songs have a lot of F-bombs. Like if you played Fading, well, the F word's in every fifth word, it seems like. But if people can't understand you, unfortunately, you're going to draw 20 people. More than likely, it's going to be your friends, family, maybe your girlfriend or wife, and they're going to drag their best friend along to every show. I don't know if it's like that out there. It's been like that for centuries.
It is.
But if they can dance to it and you have some hooks that everybody can sing to, it could be cheesy hooks. You could be singing about marshmallows. But if it's catchy and you have a danceable beat, guess what? The venues are going to want you back, and people are going to want to dance to it, and they're going to tell their friends about you.
There's a contest going on right now called Rock the Raceway, and it's it's voted on by whoever goes to the website. And I have voted multiple times. I can't think of the name of the band right now, but their song is about a banana. It was just good.
There was a band back in the day here. They had a song that spelled out beer run. And they would have 300 people spelling out beer run.
Yeah, if it's catchy and
Right.
they can move to it. Yep.
You
All right,
know,
so I don't
but
want to cut you off, but we're out of time.
yeah, here you go.
So everyone should check out Sin on 6. That's sinon6.com. You can find their music there. You can find all their social media, their upcoming shows. And we did play 2 of their songs earlier, Play Dead and Broken. All the other songs that I've played tonight are either brand new or within the last month. They've come to Music from the 412 and Pennsylvania Rock Show. So you should check those bands out as well. And with that said, I have 2 more tracks for you. Ingo's Swan. Their website is Ingo, I-N-G-O, -swan.com. I may have made that one too. And then Gonto and his song Raise 'Em High. And if you're not familiar with Gonto, I always describe him as Johnny Cash doing metal. So check that out. Kind of like the cover he did of Hurt by Tool. Very cool. With that said, we're going to head off into the evening. I want to thank everyone who has been listening, and make sure you join us each and every Monday night, usually 7 p.m. With the time difference, we did 8 p.m. so that CJ had some time to get home. And with that said, I want to thank you, CJ, for hanging out with me tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
And we're going to go listen to those 2 tracks. We'll catch you later.
Cool. See you, man.
Hey, it's that time of the show at the end where I'm going to spin the wheel and we're going to find out who Drusky Entertainment will be giving 2 tickets to. This time it happens to be Tuesday, August 25th with 6 p.m. doors and 8 p.m. show at Jurgles Rhythm Grill. Tickets are $37.65 to $53.15, and you have lots of time to head to Jurgles' website or Drusky Entertainment's website to purchase tickets should you not win. The show is Ugly Kid Joe with Wheatus and Platinum Moon. Jurgles is a 21 and over entertainment establishment. Look at that. Above me, you will see the wheel that is spinning with a bunch of names. There are 7 of them on there multiple times. They are Keith Laydig, Andrew Carr, Thomas Trainer, and I spelled Tom's name wrong. I apologize, Tom, but I'm not changing it. Justin Todd, Jeff Brooks, Lily Six, and Jody Nides. I'm going to hit shuffle 3 times. Once, twice, 3 times. We're going to spin and find out who the winner is going to be that will get those 2 tickets, courtesy of Drusky Entertainment. For those of you that are new to this, you have to go to musicfromthe412.com/contests, and you can figure it out from there. And the winner is Tom Trainer. So, Tom, keep an eye on your email. I will be sending you an email later on this evening, and then Drusky Entertainment will follow up with information on how to get those tickets from them. So once again, head to musicfromthe412.com/contest, click on the show that you would like to try and win tickets for, and fill in the form, which asks for your email address and your name. Once the tickets are given away, that information is deleted. We use it for nothing else. And make sure you tune in each and every Monday night for the Pennsylvania Rock Show, 7 p.m. Eastern for the live interview, 10 p.m. for the radio. And we'll catch you next week.